Okay guys, we're here at Queen Ferz. It's an easy fight, to be honest. I'm not really too worried about this or King Korol too much. As mentioned in previous challenges, because they don't attack twice, it really limits how much damage that they not damage, but it limits how much impact they have on most challenges. It's not to say that they can't be challenging a little, but it's often not. Anyway, we haven't really leveled much since Bjorn. I think maybe one up with Booboo, but that's about it. I handicapped monsters. Our item setup is very similar to last time. Still with the Hella armor on Mason. Everyone has a fairy foil, which we're going to be using. And a bunch of Yiggleaves and a couple packs of punches for just in case. I don't really need to have that many. And in fact, Mason doesn't really need to even be holding it. I usually have someone else do that for him. Alola. Alola's going to do the same thing. She's going to be a Dragon Staff user, but she will use Fairy Foil at least once, and a Pax-a-Punch on Mason. Otherwise, she's going full-on Dragon and going to do some consistent damage. Also get some resistance to, or immunities to, all the fire damage that Queen Ferz has. Sadly, I don't think that's going to help us much with King Korol, but we'll see. As for Booboo, I give him his weapon back, but he won't really be using it. It's just that we have room now. He'll be doing the supportive role once again, because he has slightly better survivability than Alola. Otherwise, he would probably be a better attacker using his Frizzle spell. If he didn't learn Frizzle so late, I would say he'd be a better attacker than a healer overall for this playthrough, but unfortunately, yeah, I think it's like level 60s for Booboo to get it. Fairy Foil, of course, and also giving him the Zenithian Shield because he's the healer, and we want to make sure that he doesn't get too low on HP. And a Yigdo, as usual, one Pax-a-Punch for why not, and a couple Yiggleaves. That's all. Why don't we go ahead and get through this? I gotta just do 2 no's and 2 yeses. So why don't we do the first no, second no, yes, and yes. That way we don't get cursed. Alright, remove our souls. For boss time against Queen Ferz. Alright, show off your stones. Go ahead, Fairy Foil, and Zenithian Shield. Boom. Oh, okay. That works for me. Alright, now that he did that, he's going to go ahead and start Focus Strengthening. You're going to Pax-a-Punch Mason, and you're going to get your Fairy Foil in now. Okay, not bad. Go ahead and attack, and time for you to become a dragon, because, you know, it feels like the type of day for you. And I'm going to have Booboo go ahead and do an extra Fairy Foil for survivability. Alright. And that's why we have Bounce on. I'm going to be doing the Focus Strength trick with Mason, when I can remember. And let's heal Alola. Alola wasn't in any danger of dying, though. Queen Ferz max damage for this is mostly around 60. Go ahead and you can attack, but I'd rather keep Alola up and running in case Booboo gets targeted too. And there's where being a dragon comes in handy, because Alola's immune to fire right now. He just attacks so you can focus, and no. I was gonna have him attack, but you know what? Let's make it so Mason doesn't have to meditate. Booboo's gonna get hit. Alright, you have to heal yourself now. Alola should be fine. Very good. Okay, heal up Alola. Alright, yeah, we're good. Yeah, the most damage that they could do to Booboo is about 60 or so. So I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, no, you need Bounce. I forgot to do that. Alright, and now you gotta heal yourself for sure. Oh, you just attacked. Go ahead and Focus Strength, and you should heal. Focus Strength definitely does do a little bit more damage, but it just doesn't seem like it. Ooh, yeah, I'm glad you healed now. But we got this. There's no problem really to this. You just gotta kind of worry about Mason not falling too far behind, but... Oh, I didn't need to do that, but okay. I hate when I have to leave monsters in. I ended up self-healing when I did not need to. Go ahead and give Mason a little bit of help. But yeah, it's really steady damage for Alola there. And we're done. Yeah, like I said, if they could attack twice, it'd be a little more dangerous. Even if it was just the sometimes attacks twice. But generally, yeah, these fights shouldn't be too hard. Though, Koral's going to be definitely harder. Oh, you leveled up too. Good job, Booboo. I'm a little worried about Korol because of his ice breath. No one really has resistance to that. So, well, Mason has a tiny bit. But plus he has armor. But we'll see how that goes. I'll meet you there. Okay, guys. We're here at King Korol, and, well, he's kind of hard, depending how you want to look at it. It's not worth having everybody in the party for this one because Alola, Booboo, and Bomber have 0 resistances to ice in both their gear and their natural resistances. Mason has both, though. He has a tiny bit of natural resistance and has the armor to complement it. So, for most of this fight, it's going to be all Mason. It might even just be Mason. The other 3 are literally just backup in case Mason falls. That's the only thing we can do for this. So here's our item setup. There's not much change here. Don't even bother with the Pack-a-Punches. The Yiggleaves aren't even really going to be important on Mason. The only thing you need to worry about with everybody else on the team is their Yiggleaves. I tried doing with all 4 of them, but it just slows down the fight if you have to keep... Booboo basically just has to keep healing everybody, while Mason just keeps going to town on his own. Mason's his own team, honestly, and the other 3 are just tagging along. Even with the Dragon Staff, because the Dragon Staff only gives you fire resistance, it's 0 resistance to cold breath or anything icy. It's unfortunate, but that's kind of what I expected too, anyway, because this is just similar to the Slime Knight. Mason's going to be carrying this whole team, except this time his teammates are even a little more useless. Booboo does have a chance to be useful in this, but just not with this party, and when I tried with just Mason and Booboo, Booboo was spending the whole time just healing himself for the most part. It was just, he can't really do much with this team. Booboo would probably be better with a different team, one that can actually, that has Insulate, because then if you could survive a hit, you could have someone using the Zenithian sword, while Booboo can frizzle, so bounce doesn't affect him. But yeah, that's generally the idea here. Let's go ahead and get started. Yes, yes. Meddlesome Hero, Foretelling, Snap. Yes, let this endgame begin. For boss time with King Korol. First things first, Mason's just going to be on his own. The other 3 are going to stay in reserves and hide in the wagon and be like, "Go, Mason, go! We'll come out if, you know, you die." Alright, so for the first move, just attack. Don't bother buffing. Alright, he used Cold Breath, so you want to use Focus Strength, because often King Korol will defend after the Cold Breath. We're still okay. You can attack. Actually, I think I may have misstepped here, but let's find out. Meditate? Yeah, I made a misstep here. Normally he doesn't do that right after, but this is why we have the backup party. We're going to just send one person out. We're going to send you out, Alola. And why don't you give Mason a leg up? Good job. Now, back in. At least I got to demonstrate that. I just made a mistake there. Alright, Cold Breath, you can attack. Focus Strength. You're going to attack anyway. Because he's not going to... He never does the same thing twice. That's something you can kind of count on. Alright, he just did the breath, so he's either going to attack or defend. He attacks. Go ahead, and we always attack after our Focus Strength no matter what. Alright, Cold Breath. We could Focus Strength, but we're going to Meditate this time. Yep. Yeah, I forgot. It's around 170-ish HP that you want to make sure you heal, because he's always going to be slow. He just attacks, so go ahead and regular attack. It's always after Cold Breath that I like to do Focus or Strength or Meditate. Yep, you can meditate, and that's why you do that. You don't waste an attack, and you get a little more damage out. Alright, you can regular attack. And we're in the safe range, so you can meditate. Because it's always 105 attack whenever he does decide to attack. We regular attack now. That's kaboom. That's cold breath. And now let's focus strength. We can attack. We are still safe, but we're going to meditate now. Very good. And now we can focus strength, and he defended like I thought. So that's essentially it, because King Koral's kind of on a AI loop. It's like an if-then. Alright, you're going to do that. That's good. Focus strength again. We're going to attack. We are still safe. Cool. Yeah, thanks to his resistances, he's fine. He just cold breath so we can focus. Very good. And attack. Regular attack. But yeah, it gets a little risky when you try to fit in the focus strength sometimes, like you saw. We are barely just safe. Yeah. Alright, and he just cold breath, so we focus. According to the Wikipedia, in this generation, muster strength and focus strength does, not generation, excuse me, this game, focus and muster do the same exact thing, but I know later on, focus strength guarantees you will hit, while muster strength only does the extra attack. So, just something to notice. I'm gonna attack. Yeah. Alright, he holded breath, we focus up. This might be a bit of a gamble here. He shouldn't attack, he's going to breath. So we're okay. Very good. But again, we have backup, so we're fine. He just colded up, so we do this. But yeah, Mason probably could solo the game similar to Slime Knight, except up until the last Ladja fight. He colded, and we attack. And there you go. That's the easiest way to get through this instead of worrying about the other party members. And this way the other party members get the experience too. As you can see, they kind of needed it too. Oh, Mason, you're level 23. Yeah, his stats are kind of falling off. But, alright. That's it. Next fight is going to be against the dreaded Ladja. And oh boy, is that not going to be fun. I'll see you there. Okay guys, we're here just before Ladja. I didn't really have to grind much. I did do some of the treasures and trapdoors boards just to get all the rewards I could. Mostly to get staffs of salvation for everybody, but they're really not going to be useful. This is going to be all about Mason, in all honesty. I mean, Booboo, if I leveled them up more, or if I threw some life seeds at them, we probably could have a nice duo. But this is going to be mostly Mason, with the other three playing basically extra life / second chances. So, don't worry about their health and MP, they're going to gain it back after I get to Ladja because we get a free heal in between. Anyway, here's their general stats. Mason is still a house. He doesn't need his agility. He's got so much strength. I debated on giving him the strength seeds, but he's going to max out sooner rather than later anyway. So I think I'd rather give him to Alola just to help her out a little bit. She's still not going to... Her HP is still pretty damn terrible, though, so she's mostly just going to be popping in every now and then, not really being able to help much. Bomber, yeah, this is their stats. This is what they are. He's not much of anything, unfortunately. Booboo actually has a chance to be good, though, because he can actually get to level 99 and have like 500 HP, but that's level 99, you know? So I don't know about when they're going to be useful, but they are still useful, and they're going to be the ones unparalyzing usually. That said, let's go over our item setup. We picked up the Ogre Shield, so we obviously had to give it to Mason. I think Mason's the only one that can actually equip it anyway. The Elfin Charm does nothing for this fight, but I gave it to him for the random fights, and he doesn't really need his inventory for much, but just in case we have some Yig Leaves on him, and a couple packs of punches, and a fairy foil because we're going to use it just for this on the very first turn, and it's only for him. Next up is Alola. Her general equipment really doesn't matter much. She's got a Staff of Salvation, and I gave her a bunch of Moonwort bulbs along with Bomber as well, just in case Booboo goes down and we really need Mason up or something. But also to keep Booboo from dying, because if 2 Gafrizzles hit Booboo, Booboo's done. But some Yig leaves in case Booboo goes down, which my test runs, Booboo has gone down a couple times. And a couple packs of punches to give Mason as well. Then we have the Bomber here. Bomber has a Dragon Staff. I did try using him, but unfortunately, Ladja has both Fire and Ice Breath, so the Ice Breath kills Bomber essentially on a second turn. But he has just enough HP to survive once, so... Staff of Salvation as well, though that's mostly used for wild battles. We have some Yig leaves as well, and Moonwort bulbs, and a Pax a Punch to help out as well. I'm going to say it as well a bunch. And now, Booboo. Booboo has the Staff of Resurrection. That's the new equipment choice that we got him. Hades Helm and Dark Shield. Yeah, Alola and Booboo essentially have the same gear, except Alola has the Greenham Whip. They have the better strength than Booboo. And Booboo has the Staff of Resurrection, which is like the second or third best weapon for him. Meteorite Bracer and Elfin Charm. Doesn't really need the Elfin Charm for this fight, and I probably should get rid of it, but it shouldn't matter. Sage Stone and Stolos Staff. The Stolos Staff is going to be very important for this fight. Yigdu for if Booboo really needs HP, and Mason too. Or Mason. It's really, you got to keep those 2 alive the most, though. Yiggleaf and 1 Pax a Punch, and a Fairy Foil that I probably won't use. So, anyway, that's the setup. I'll meet you at the fight, so see you there. Time for final boss time with, well, final Bishop Ladja time. Anyway, let's go ahead and send monsters to his death first. So, first things first, show off that lovely stone from Wheelbrook and remind him where you came from as he kills you. Or not. I gave him the Shield of Ruin or Ruinous Shield or whatever to make sure he takes more damage than normal. Alright, first up, we're going to send you 2 out. And we're going to have you use the Fairy Foil, Mason, and then you are going to give a Pax a Punch to Mason to help him out. Alola's the only one that's fast enough for that. Oh, there goes Alola. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do this real quick. Now that you're powered up, just attack. Don't use focus stuff. I'm going to try to get Alola up. Good. Bomber's down. Alright. Switch them out. And now we're going to meditate, and hopefully he doesn't use Burning Breath. That's okay. That's perfect. Alright, and at least he used it on that turn instead. Yeah, Mason can tank most of the damage. We only heal when he gets close to just 200 flat. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go you and Alola. Alola is going to use one of their Moonwort bulbs. That's okay. Perfect. Switch back in Mason. I'm really glad I experienced that one fight where I didn't have anyone with Burning Breath resistance, because now I have good strategies to counter, to help out with that. Alright, we're good. Alright, we're going to have to meditate. Yeah, being slow kind of sucks, but he's never really going to outspeed unless I gave him all the agility seeds. And then, even then, he wouldn't have the resistances that he has if we did that, so... Because the cursed armor is very helpful. Alright, Gafrizzle's the big damaging item here. Ooh, that's not good. Alright, this is a case where I'm going to do this. I'm going to risk you, because this way I could also heal the others as well, since they're kind of low on HP. You're going to meditate for a full heal, and you're going to Sage Stone. That was in case Mason got double Gafrizzled. Alright, that worked out. And back to Mason. I like this. Everyone gets a moment to jump in. Oh, here we go. Okay. We're alright. You, and then Alola. At least Alola's fast, too. Alright, use up one of your Moonwort bulbs. I do have the Stolos Staff, don't get me wrong, but again, I'm trying not to risk him, because if Bomber goes down, and then he Burning Breaths, it's game over. That's why I'm doing it this way. Okay, you can attack. Ooh, nice dodge, dude. Let's meditate. Ooh, okay, you're fine. Yeah, Mason has some resistance, at least. I think he has like 1/3 resistance to paralyzed death, but it's, you know, not perfect. Okay, meditate. That's okay. You're fine. That got a little risky. If he double Kafrizzle, Mason would have been a little bit in trouble. Yeah, because Kafrizzle does so much damage to him. Let's meditate. Thank you. Alright, we should have this soon. That hurt. Let's meditate. Ouch. But he's doing 172 each time, so he's got good damage going. He might die here. Oop. Okay, paralyzed. Don't cold breath. That's okay. That's actually a little less good, but we're going to go ahead and do this, because Bomber's already down. Alright, you have one more Moonwort Bulb. Go ahead and undo, and you are going to Yigdo. That's okay. Perfect. Actually, I'm going to do... you... Oh, wait, not you. Just you two. And you're going to attack... You're going to... That was dumb of me. We want to bring in Bomber so to try to revive him. We're still using those Yiggly's like crazy. Uh-oh. Alright. This is gonna be annoying. I'd rather do it this way first. We want to keep them unparalyzed too. Ah, fuck me. You're going to attack. I'm not sure if it's worth it now. Yeah, I'm gonna just change him out now. Because Alola actually has HP to possibly take a turn. Go ahead and Stolos it. Like that. Ooh, but bad luck. This is risky time. Oh no. Are we gonna fail here? Revive Alola. Booboo down. Barely so. Oh no. Holy crap. We were dead in the water if he Burning Breath there. Oh shit. That got closer than it should have. My test runs didn't get that close. That got really tricky. Again, if he didn't die there and he just Burning Breath, done. Like, I would have probably tried Mason using a Yigglyf on Booboo just to try, because he might have survived the round at least. But, oh, we did it. We made it through. Booboo missed out on experience, unfortunately, but that's okay. Oh, Mason gets a level up for his trouble, too, because, well, he did enough work for that. But, alright, guys, all we got left is Nimzo and Estark. I'm probably going to do some leveling up, just give Booboo some help, but if he's not getting enough HP, I might start tossing him some life seeds. See you in the next fight.